to play with themselves by wrapping live wriggling eels around their dolphin doorknobs. Oh,
I think this is the greatest way to start off a video. This was definitely a start.
you know it gets worse. Dolphins will also divorce a fish's head from its body and then use the disembodied fish head as a fish light. There's videos.
Wow.
I'm not gonna show you, but they're there. Dolphins can catch feelings for humans.
Well, thank
to
you.
the
I
point where they get
appreciate
jealous.
that.
In 1994, a man got vibe checked so badly by a dolphin that he ended up dying of internal hemorrhaging. The reason? The dolphin saw him around some women that he liked and felt some type of way. The man broke his heart, so the dolphin broke his ribs and then punctured his lung for good measure.
That face right there, that face
Felt some type of way. The man broke.
Looks innocent, but it's not. Look at that smug expression. They're little shits. They're more than little shits. Yeah, they're a-holes. Dang.
His heart, so the dolphin broke his ribs and then punctured his lung for good measure. In 1965, Margaret Lowe was part of an experiment where we tried to teach dolphins English, and to get her dolphin to focus, the dolphin didn't apply, but he got a job. The experiment was.
No, she didn't. No, she didn't. Oh.
Cut short because it turns out unless it's shooting oil, playing tug-of-war with a dolphin's baby leg in a government-funded experiment is a terrible career move. After that, the dolphin got depressed and unsubscribed from life. Yes, capital S with a side at the end.
What?
Workers at a Florida research center smiled as they watched a bunch of dolphins play volleyball, and then stopped smiling when they realized they were just smacking around a baby shark, to the point where they had to go in and rescue it.
Dang!
Dolphins will form gangs, kidnap a female, and hold her hostage, and then proceed to run through her like a track meet in violent choo-choo parties that can last weeks. And these water Weinsteins will tail smack her to keep her in line. If she tries to escape, they'll just chase her down. Dolphins only exist to serve the will of Satan.
This image. Look at this image. Look at this lady's face. This is her face. Girl, run! Girl, run!
You say what you will about sharks, but Jaws would never. Okay, so I wasn't gonna talk about this, but Hank brought it up, so I'm not responsible.
Y'all saw that,
Hi, the children,
right?
this is
Y'all
the only
saw
warning
that.
you're finna get.
Yeah,
Okay, so
he was just playing. Yeah, that's what was happening. Yeah. With intelligence comes the ability to be a complete a-hole. Dolphin lore is wild.
Pretty sure the blowhole thing he's talking about is this godforsaken what the right here.
I did and I wish I didn't. Sam.
I'm gonna call it bowling. These dolphins are believed to participate in gay bowling matches, but instead of a lane, it goes down their blowhole. Now, in case you're confused about how dolphins, dolphin, they kinda need that to breathe. So this is basically like taking one up the nostril and then feeling it in your lungs like Cali Green.
Oh
and
my
considering
god!
Dolphins use live eels and decapitated fish heads as toys, I had no problem believing this.
Oh my gosh!
However, I was researching this because that's what my life has become, and I read that a dolphin research associate had said that he had never seen a dolphin violate another's blowhole like this. Also, fun fact, dolphins can't
No! Oh my god! Oh no! The blowhole! I think I came in at the wrong time.
breathe through
Oh!
their mouth the way we can. So doing it up the blowhole would be like you holding your breath the next time you go bowling. Especially if since water starts rushing in, the dolphin could end up drowning. So yeah, Are
you serious? This was I will never think of bowling the same way, and I will never think of blowhole blast the same way. Speaking of which, blowhole blast. I think that's Shy Lily's flavor. 10% off on gamer subs if you use the code Cerberpup, like Cerber as in Cerberus and then pup. Cerberpup. It's Baja Blast. No, blowhole. It's blowhole. She has blowhole blast, right? Yeah. Whole new meaning to blowhole blast. Oh my god.
I don't know if this is true, but my theory is that it doesn't happen often at all, but once in a while a dolphin will go bowling down the wrong lane. Also, since male dolphins will violate each other to assert dominance, I can promise you that whatever the hell
Nice
this is,
product
consent was sold
placement. Thank
separately.
you.
Also,
You just drank some of that yesterday?
this has only ever happened once. It's already happened too often. Moral of this video,
Oh, that's
there
funny.
is no safe way to explain my search history. Here's something about SpongeBob you probably didn't know. So you know how they live underwater yet there's a whole beach for no reason? We were all like, how is there water underwater?
Yeah,
well, there's actually
exactly.
such a thing as underwater lakes and rivers.
Oh,
in places
shit,
like
what?
the Gulf of Mexico, seawater will often rise through a thick layer of salt that you'll often find at the seafloor. The rising water dissolves the salt layer, causing it to collapse, all while forming a depression. And of course, the dissolved salt makes the water in the depression denser than the seawater surrounding it, which is how you can end up with a river or lake in the ocean. Some of these underwater
nuts.
rivers can actually be a few miles long. And underwater rivers, which are really just a mixture of salt water and hydrogen sulfide, behave and flow as normal rivers. Now here's where I f you up. These underwater brine pools are 3 to 8 times saltier than the seawater around it, which is why animals like this eel that get too close can end up getting toxic shock while getting trapped inside.
They can get
So in a weird
toxic.
way, it's actually possible for underwater animals to drown inside these brine pools. This eel
What?
got lucky, but normally most animals that mess around and get that close don't come out alive. Moral of this video: Hillenburg was a f***ing genius. And
SpongeBob dude was okay. I think I'm getting like mind effed right now. I think my brain is going to explode.
just because of this comment, I'm finna f y'all up. First of all, this
What does the
Hillenburg was a
comment say?
f***ing genius. And just because
They are self-aware, but a 600-pound octopus ain't sliding through a quarter-size hole. Oh gosh, where is this going?
of this comment, I'm finna f y'all up. First of all, this is a giant Pacific octopus, and yes, they can weigh up to 600 pounds. That's more than 2 washing machines and heavy enough to get a show on TLC. Also, octopus have no bones at all, and they don't have any air bladders or gas pockets,
No
which is how they
bones.
can survive being at the bottom of the ocean without the water pressure turning them into a chalk outline. If you tried to live with an octopus, you'd become an Instapack because your lungs would fill with blood and collapse as your body literally folds on itself. And fun fact, actually mildly disturbing fact, look at your door. No, seriously, look. An
Yeah, I'm looking at my door. I'm looking at my door.
octopus that weighs the same as 2 shacks could fit under your door and crawl into your room.
They can fit under my door? My door, the crack is so small. I have a small crack for my door. It can fit. It can fit. Cause they're fluid. They're like cats, but like, oh my god.
Since they don't have bones or bladders to hold
Worse.
them back, a several 100-pound octopus could fit through a passageway not that much bigger than a quarter. Now, obviously, not
That's
all octopus
nuts.
tip the scales at 600 pounds, but all octopus can fit through things that your mental health probably isn't prepared for. That and the fact that octopus are probably the smartest things in the world that don't have a spine is how octopus can escape anything that wasn't built with them in mind. It's how Inky the octopus escaped an aquarium and was never heard from again. It's also how this next video exists, and you're welcome in advance.
Allie. Oh, never mind.
What?
He is kind of squeezing.
Oh, is he coming?
No,
Bro, that means. Oh no. Oh no. I'm not gonna say what I'm thinking. But I'm thinking things. And I'm like, oh god.
No, I'm not doing this alone.
What's up, dude?
Yo, so there's this video going around TikTok and everyone expects me to address it.
I mean, your face isn't in it, so just say you were hacked.
What? No, not that video.
Oh!
Not like the weird ass ocean demon thing. People want to know what it is, and I am not strong enough to handle it alone.
I mean, it's definitely some sort of primate with the forward-facing eyes like that. I could see how people think it's a weird human demon thing because it doesn't have any fur.
See, now that's what I thought. I figured with the skull structure and the canine teeth, whatever it is, it's probably an omnivore that just ate whatever it felt like. Kind of like us.
And you said it was found
What
on the
is
coast
that?
of Panama, right?
Yeah, it was in like Playa Vinal in Panama. Also, it had these long, lanky arms that was like almost too long for itself. Like Kevin Durant arms on a Kevin Hart body.
I mean, it's hard to tell because it's so washed up, but okay, primate on the coast of Panama and super long legs.
Okay,
I love her
hear me
hair.
out. It's got to be like a spider monkey or something, right? I mean, that only makes sense.
Or maybe a howler monkey, and it's super bloated, so it probably got cocky, went in the water, and drowned.
It'd be like that. And now it's the second ugliest thing in the ocean.
What's the first?
Oh!
I'm gonna let that one slide. Peace out.
Alright, good looks. Wait, what video did you think I was talking? There are some things you've probably never seen before. This isn't Photoshop. This is an actual pink manta ray. It was
Oh,
recorded swimming in
cute.
the Great Barrier Reef. off the
Honestly, I'm so glad we're seeing a pink manta ray because so far everything has been so cursed. Oh, so cursed.
coast of Queensland, Australia. And apparently this pink UFO is the only known one in the entire world. And we don't really know why this thing exists. Like, some believe it gets its color from its diet the same way
Love you,
flamingos do.
Undead.
But if that were true,
Thank you for hanging out, Undead baby.
then you'd wonder why we haven't found more of them. But the best guess is that it's caused by a mutation that affects pigments. Plus, some things in
Hello,
Australia
hi,
just
Inquisitor.
don't need an explanation, because being in Australia is the explanation. A yellow penguin. This is a king penguin, and just for reference,
Wow.
that is what they're supposed to look like. But it's believed that this blonde bird is leucistic. And leucism means this penguin doesn't have the melanin needed to grow black feathers. And in a colony of
that's
more than 100,000
cool
other
looking.
penguins, this was the only blondie. And normally standing out that much is a great way to end the day as a seal's chew toy. That being said, she seems to be doing alright for herself.
Aw,
A completely
baby.
white moose. This bull moose went viral in Sweden for being whiter than a Brady Bunch, and like the penguin, this Caucasian tank is leucistic, not albino. A big difference is an albino would have pink eyes, but this moose has brown.
Look, I told you. This looks like a spirit animal, doesn't it? Like it looks like. This looks like the type of animal you see in your dreams, you know? This spite stream has become your favorite one this week? Frick yeah, it does? Yeah. Mystical. The true dream spirit. It looks cute until you remember how big it is. I have major fears. I am very afraid of moose. I'm very afraid of moose. There's moose in Canada, right? Right. That's why they call it like the moose place. How frequent is it to just see a moose in Canada? Have any Canadians in chat seen moose just like out in the wild? Very, very afraid of moose, but what about squirrel? I love squirrels. Every Monday? You see moose every Monday, Slime. You've seen them about 3 or 4 times, like once a week or 2. Really? That's how... You did not just ask if there are moose in Canada. I have to ask because I knew there were moose in Canada, but I have to ask because sometimes I swear I know things and I'm wrong. You know, there are some things that I'm like pretty sure I'm right. And then I say it so loud and proud and then I'm wrong. So that's why I asked. I was pretty sure there were moose in Canada. Nothing wrong with asking. Yeah, just to make sure I didn't say the wrong thing. Moose are the reason Canadians gotta stay strapped. I saw a video, guys. I saw a video of a lady running. She was running and this moose was running towards her. Like, right. And I was like, oh, she survived, I believe. But I was like, this is horrifying. It's better to ask and learn than remain ignorant. Yeah. Menzia, thank you for the follow. Must have been near the babies. Do they leave humans alone for the most part? Say it with your chest that if you're wrong, wear it with pride. I mean, moose are fast. Oh, I saw them. If you're ever being chased by a moose, play dead. Okay, good to know. Next time I go to Canada, I will know that. I want to have short hair right now. Changing it to short. There we go.
And normally wearing white in the woods is like wearing a target on your back while walking through a shooting range. In a lot of places, the white moose are protected by law. The MOCs, they can go themselves. Fun fact, in Canada, it's illegal to take the life of a moose that's more than 50% white in color. You can be 7 feet tall with antlers and body odor and still have white privilege. Now, ain't that a b****? Here are some more things that you probably know.
Night, thank you for the follow. I think this is one of my favorite YouTube channels of all time, chat. I actually really enjoy this channel.
Never seen before. Yes, that is a polka dot zebra. It was first seen in 2019 in Kenya when it was just a baby, and apparently it's the first of its kind to ever get caught on camera. The reason for this Klondike horse is because of pseudomelanism, which causes dark spots and stripes to cover most of an animal's body. And it's called pseudomelanism because this is what full-on melanism looks like. Zebras like this are so rare because without normal stripes, it's easier for them to get picked off by predators and they're more vulnerable to disease-causing flies. That being said, to my knowledge, it's still alive.
It's beautiful. Wow.
Her name is Tira, and there she is with her mama. A white giraffe, aka proof that shiny Pokemon really do. Her name is Tira, and there she is with her mama. A white giraffe, aka proof that shiny Pokemon really do be out here. And just like the other animals, this giraffe has leucism, which causes it to lose most of its skin pigmentation. Because we simply refuse to have nice things, most Caucasian giraffes end up getting turned into trophies by poachers. You can tell a lot about a man by the animals he kills. The bigger and more rare the animal, the more likely he buys jockstraps from Baby Gat. But it's not all bad. To keep this Snow White giraffe alive, rangers put a GPS tracking device on him so they could always watch over him.
Oh,
and now we have
nice.
This
Good on
here.
them.
This is a piebald python, and piebald is when an animal has patterns of unpigmented spots on pigmented hair or skin, or in this case, scales.
Whenever I see like white snakes, they look like desserts to me. They look edible. Whoa! Is this like a heavy metal singer horse? This horse is about to headbang. Yeah, they look like whipped cream. Look at this. Look at this. Look, long hair, big horse. This is the Chad of horses. This is the emo Chad of horses. I know this horse gets all the bitches. This horse is not maidenless. That horse looks like Peter Steele.
An example would be this equality symbol of a horse, since the white parts are the unpigmented sections. If it helps you remember, the word piebald is because the white patches of skin or scales are considered the bald part. And you can actually own one since people started breeding piebald pythons as pets. I have no idea how long it took me to say that sentence. If you know someone that hates snakes, show them this baby piebald and watch how fast they fold. I can personally guarantee you it's cuter than any snake you've ever dated. According to zookeepers, here are the animals
Any
you
snake you've
actually
ever
have to worry
dated.
about. Zebras are fundamentally problematic, and they cause as many injuries to zookeepers as any other animal. They're not just horses from Africa, they're Oreo donkeys.
Look at this art. Frame it. Put it somewhere. If I had a restaurant, if I ever had a restaurant or like any type of like, you know, whatever you want to call it, I would put funny, weird shit in my restaurant, like images like this in my restaurant for no reason.
That share an area code with lions, leopards, and hyenas. All that generational trauma has made zebras aggressive, stubborn, and worst of all, unpredictable. If a 900-pound male zebra has a temper tantrum, one kick can shatter your ribs, and one bite can destroy nerves in your hand. Yeah, there's a reason we can ride horses but not zebras. Anteaters are dangerous for the simple fact that they're blind. Anteaters are legally blind, and unless you're right in its face, it won't recognize you, and if you're just close enough, it can barely make out fuzzy images. But being blind in the same neighborhood as jaguars breeds trust issues, which is why if the anteater feels even slightly threatened, they will swing on you. Those hooked claws can easily tear through your arm, and if they manage to cut one of your arteries, it's up for you.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. Got put on the news after a giant anteater slashed her stomach open and she bled out. Yeah, they don't play. No, this is not a joke. It's because monkeys like tamarins are cute. So cute that some people forget that they have razor sharp teeth that can break skin.
No, I don't. Honestly, I don't find monkeys that cute. I do not find them cute. I think that they're scary. I don't know.
That and the fact that people are dumb enough to stick their fingers in cages.
Monkeys are
if you ask which
cute,
animal sent the most
personally.
people to the hospital in the Jersey Wildlife Trust, you'll see this ginger monkey's
They scare
mugshot.
me.
What's a hill that you're willing to die on 1,000% of the time?
Zebras are black with white stripes, and nobody ever believes me when I say it. I already know what you're gonna say before you say it, but hear me out. Their stomachs might be white, but that's just their fur. If you shave a zebra completely, their skin will be black. And if you think I'm lying, one of the only parts of a zebra without fur is its snout, and it's black enough to get a pass. But if you really want me to be a nerd about it, zebra fur grows from follicles that have melanocyte cells, which gives them their color. But the white part of a zebra's fur is where the melanocytes are deactivated, meaning it's only white because there aren't any pigments. Which means a zebra's default color is actually black. Which means this biracial donkey, which isn't a joke by the way,
I always knew
zebras
they
are
were
closer to
goth.
wild donkeys than actual horses, just saying. The Oreo donkey is actually black but with white stripes. But honestly,
He's so smart. Good on you, man.
I didn't even need to make this video. This one was voiced by Chris Rock. That's literally all the proof I need. I know it's a small head,